We have an urgent issue with your Google business listing and need you to call us at your early.
Everybody hates getting these calls because you never really know. Is it Google or is it a scammer? In case you're a small business owner and you don't know this, sometimes Google actually calls you to ask you questions about your Google business profile. And they're legit. But most of the time, it's actually scammers saying that they're working for Google or on Google's behalf. So, in this video, we're going to listen to a real voicemail that one of my actual clients got today. And we're going to try to figure out, is this Google or is this a scammer? But first, let's look at Google's actual guidance for how to avoid these calls. It's such a big issue that Google has their own blog article about how to prevent fraudulent calls. So they let you know that, hey, just so you know, sometimes Google will get a hold of you and they'll say stuff like, hey, I'm calling from Google Maps. And they'll ask for specific information like, could you please tell me your hours for the week? Are you open for this holiday? It can also be automated. It could be, hey, I'm helping people find restaurants that are open. I'm an automated service provided by Google. Notice it's saying provided by Google. I'm not working for Google. There can also be operators. But these people generally announce that they work for Google and they'll mention that it's on a recorded line. Now here's the things that you actually need to watch out for to make sure it's not a suspicious call are these people that will be misleading. They'll say stuff like they work with Google or for Google or on behalf of Google. In fact, misrepresenting themselves like this is not allowed under US law, but most of the people making these phone calls aren't necessarily in the United States, or they're robots, so it's okay. It's not okay. And the advice that they give us is to hang up, okay? Hang up at any time, they say, because the second you press a key, it's just gonna trigger a signal that you want more phone calls. Don't let that happen to you. So now let's take a second and let's listen to this phone call. First, let's do it straight through. I'm gonna cut out the phone number and then we're gonna go back through and review to see if there are any red flags. Spoiler alert, there are gonna be red flags.
Hey, this is Michael from the Business Help Center. Today is Tuesday, the 10th. We have an urgent issue with your Google business listing and need you to call us at your earliest convenience. We close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, so please call us back before then. And if you think you've received this message in error, simply call us back and press 9 to opt out. But again, we have an urgent issue with your Google business listing, and we need you to call us at your earliest convenience. 888. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Well, at least Michael was nice enough to end the call in such a nice fashion, right? Screw you, Michael, and screw every other scammer that's out there, all right? Let's break down the red flags because I think it's pretty obvious at this point that this is not Google, but let's listen to the red flags so that way we know what to listen for when we get the next phone call that comes in because they might be a little more deceptive, especially the real humans, because this is obviously a robocall. So first of all, notice that they don't identify themselves as being with Google.
Hey, this is Michael from the Business Help Center.
So who's the Business Help Center? That could be anything. If you Google Business Help Center, like the Meta Help Center comes up, there is some stuff about Google, so maybe that was their plan, but they're not identifying themselves with an actual business, and they're definitely not with Google. So that's red flag number 1.
Today is Tuesday, the 10th. We have an urgent issue with your Google business listing.
Notice that they're trying to create a sense of urgency. That makes you feel like, oh no, I got to call back. I know that my Google business listing is important for my business. And as a small business owner that serves local customers, you should know that your Google business profile or your Google listing or whatever you want to call it is super important for getting local leads for your business. So if you hear this, naturally you should feel worried.
And need you to call us at your earliest convenience. 88.
Let's pick up after the phone number.
We close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, so please call us back before then. And if you
Notice again, they're trying to create that sense of urgency. Don't just wait. Call us back today.
think you've received this message in error, simply call us back and press 9 to opt out.
That's the sneakiest part of this whole call. Oh, if this was a mistake, then just call us back and press 9. Maybe they don't even want to scam you by selling you some sort of Google business profile service. Maybe the whole thing is to get you into the funnel so they can try to throw other stuff at you. But you're not a sucker. You don't call back. You don't hit 9 because that's engagement and that kind of opens Pandora's box for even more scammy calls. And of course, let's end with some more urgency, right, Michael?
But again, we have an urgent issue with your Google business listing, and we need you to call us at your earliest convenience.
Earliest convenience.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Michael. Wasn't that nice of you? Screw you, Michael. I know you're just an AI voice, but screw you and screw every scammer out there. It is not cool to take advantage of small business owners with something that's so important like the Google Business Profile. Remember, if Google's calling you, they're going to identify themselves and they're going to say, this is Google. They're going to ask service level questions like, is this still on your menu? Are these your hours? Maybe if you have a known physical location, they might ask for that. But if you're a home service business and they're asking for your address, red flag. You can always say, hey, can you send me a quick email just so I can verify that this is Google? And it'll be their name at google.com. Nothing weird beyond that. So the next time you get a phone call from who you think is Google, be sure to be skeptical. Make sure you're actually talking to Google before you answer any questions. And if they're not Google, well, tell them to screw off. And if you're really worried about your Google Business Profile, then you should probably be worried about where you're ranking. And if you want to improve that, I have a free Google Business Profile Masterclass in the description below. So check that out, subscribe to the channel, learn more about your local SEO so you'll be worrying less about these scam calls and worrying more about how you have too many leads and you don't know what to deal with. If you found the video useful, hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. And then go ahead and check out that masterclass. And
thank you. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.